And we welcome you to Hope Field, proud home of the Gardiner Tigers, as Munson Media Sports brings you Gardiner Tiger Sports tonight. The second part of our doubleheader is a field hockey game. It's a special field hockey game. It's the Drive Out Cancer Challenge game between the Cony Rams and the Gardiner Tigers. Hello, but I'm Rob Munson. Mo McNally joining me here as our analyst, Chris Wheeler, on our Game Cam I Will Run production from the Spaceship Munson Media here tonight. I want to thank the Gardiner All Sports Boosters who are sponsoring our pregame show. I want to let you know their big fundraiser is coming up on September 25th, the Tiger Open. You want to get the information on that. It's on the Gardiner Tiger Athletic Facebook page. All the information lets you know when the deadline is for registering your crew. You don't have to be a great player to come out and play golf that day. It's a fundraiser for the All Sports Boosters. They also have an All Sports Boosters fundraiser going on for a free vacation, a $5,000 free vacation. I got my ticket, so nobody else is going to win, but you'd like to get in and be able to participate and help out the Boosters. Big plans for the Boosters. They're in the old shack tonight. I was down talking to them before the game. They're revved up about the new spot that they're going to have here over where the old portable building was here on the grounds. That's gone. They've got the foundation in, and they're going to put up the new building. That's where that fundraising money will go, and they're proud to sponsor Munson Media's production of Gardiner Tiger Sports. And we're proud to be back here again for another year. Did our first game just a bit ago in soccer. 4-2 win for the Gardiner Tigers. They'll look for a sweep here on Hope Field as they'll come in to take on their arch rival, the Cony Rams. Want to welcome in the coach, Coach McNally here. And actually, Coach, give us a little bit of a rundown because you were one of the impetus behind the Drive Out Cancer Challenge game. For the folks that may not know at home, tell us a little bit about the history of that game, Coach.
Oh, I'd be glad to, Robin. And again, thanks for having me. This is going to be an exciting night. This is the 14th year of the Drive Out. 14th year, I can't believe it, of the Drive Out Cancer game. And it started in 2009, and it really started with Krista Meyer Chase, who was currently coaching down at Mount Ararat, but she was a coach at Cony at the time, and approached me during the off season and said, Mo, we both had been affected by cancer, and as many, many, many people are, and she had the idea of starting a game, and all the proceeds would go to the Alphonse Center. And at that particular time, we took teams, both teams, went over to the Alphonse Center, which was relatively new at the time, and we had tours of the building. We talked to the nurses. The kids had a chance to ask about the machinery and what really happened within the walls of the Alphonse. So it became a yearly thing, and it was just tremendous for the kids. And as we've said year in and year out, this game means more than just a field hockey game.
I remember being over there, I think, to cover you with a video I put together of that trip over there, Mo, and it was, it was fantastic. And as we know, many of us have been affected. My wife spent a good bit of time in one of the chairs over there at the Alphonse Center getting her chemo treatments, and thank God she's been clear of cancer since then. But it affects so many families, and this is such a great fundraiser, and great for these two schools to get together to do this. Rivals on the fields, but together in this cause.
Absolutely. And the two teams pick an honorary captain who is been affected by cancer, and we have two good ones tonight, Brad Hendrickson and Deline Jarvie. We'll talk a little bit more about them a little later, but we come back to the history of the game. Again, there are 13 games. Gardiner's won 8 of them. Cony's won 5 of them. The interesting part is 8 of the 13 games have been decided by one goal, Rob. One goal. It's either 2-1, 1-0. Gardiner's got 4 shutouts in those. Cony's got 2 shutouts in those. So in the last 3 games, Cony's won 2019, 20, and 21. So I expect a big game. We've got some freshmen playing. Cony's got a freshman goalie that's playing. Gardiner's comes in with a revamped midfield and back, and Cassidy Clark is playing in goal for us, and is relatively new, had some time last year, but relatively new as a starter. So I think it's going to be one of those games that's just really, really close. It's a rivalry game, as we all know, but more importantly, it's a fundraiser for the Alphonse Center, and all the kids are excited about it. And I know I was talking to Holly Daigle before the game, the coach from Cony, and she's very excited and very tied to this game as well. And
a little bit of history in the making here, as this is the first Cony Gardiner game ever to be played on turf.
I think you're absolutely right. Definitely here.
And certainly that's something to be pleased about, because you know what? With the rain that we had in the past 36 hours, it would have been hard-pressed to play a game on either one of their old fields, either here or at Cony. And, of course, two beautiful new turf fields for all the athletes at Cony and Gardiner, and just fantastic for the athletic communities in both communities as well. So that's really a fantastic thing.
Oh, you're absolutely right, Robin. And as you said a few minutes ago, this is a truer game on turf. I mean, the ball rolls true. The speed becomes a factor, and it should be in this game. It's just an entirely, from a coaching standpoint, it's an entirely different game if you play it on turf than you play it on grass or bumps or dirt or whatever you run into, or whatever we used to run into.
Absolutely. Well, why don't we take a quick break? We'll come back. They'll have some pregame activities when we come back to Hook Field after these messages. Started by the Corliss family in Pittston in 2019. Corliss Gravel Pit offers some of Kennebec County's highest quality gravel products. Located just south of the old Cedar Grove Road, on the right off Route 27, we are committed to providing outstanding products at a fair price. We offer a variety of products for all of your needs. At Corliss Gravel Pit, our loader is always ready and on site. Local deliveries on larger quantities are always available. And we offer discounts on large quantities as needed. We also offer plowing and sanding services during those tough Maine winters.
Corliss Gravel Pit is family owned and operated since 2019, producing Kennebec County's highest quality gravel at a fair price.
Pride, tradition, and excellence are long-standing hallmarks of Gardiner Tigers athletics. Burke's Roofing and Masonry is likewise proud of our tradition of excellence. Our team of professional roofing contractors has more than 40 years of combined experience, as well as the training and knowledge to get the job done right the first time. We are proud to be a second-generation family-owned and operated business. Call us today for all your roofing and masonry needs. Why waste valuable time and gasoline traveling around when you can enjoy one-stop shopping at Goggins IGA in Randolph? Goggins is locally owned by people you know and trust at the heart of our community. Goggins offers the convenience of one-stop shopping, in-store banking, a large selection of liquors and wines, and a full-service pharmacy. At Goggins IGA, you're in, you're out, you're home. We're back here for a pregame activity. See the teams lined up out around the Tiger Paw in the center of the field here, and there Allison Nichols going through some of the history of the game, which Coach McNally just relayed to all of you at home about the great history of this Drive Out Cancer Challenge game. And certainly, if you're just joining us, we'll be talking more about that as we go on. And talking about cancer, Mo, one of our great sponsors is Northeast Nutrition and Energy. Susie Brunner just lost her partner, Derek Savage, to cancer, and they're raising money for a scholarship in Derek's name. If you'd like to stop into Northeast Nutrition and Energy and drop off a donation for them, they'll be awarding a scholarship at the end of the academic year to somebody that's going on to a music school in honor of Derek. And Susie's been a great sponsor of all the kids in this area here, sponsoring us here now in her second year. So as we know, cancer touches close to home to many of us.
It's you're absolutely right, Rob, and I did hear that about the owners of the nutrition store, and it's something that's it's scary, but I choose to focus on the things that are happening on a daily basis that make research more and more important for each and every one of them. You're right, it's touched all of us. My older sister was an honorary captain here in a number of years ago, and sadly has passed away because of this. But from the time she got cancer to the time that she passed, the quality of her life was better because of the research and the strides that they make in combating it. So I think we can really battle it and hopefully come out on the other side.
Going to be taking a look at the honorary captains. This is a nice feature of it as well. It's Brad Hendrickson. His daughter Caroline.
Interesting note on this one, Rob. Right,
yeah.
I was just going to say, there's a little connection to Gardiner here. Mimi Johnson Hendrickson played for me at Gardiner a number of years ago, and was quite a good field hockey player herself.
So they're going through some of what Brad has gone through, and familiar to so many of us that have had to deal with that in our lifetimes. Allison Nichols doing a great job on bringing the history here, as you see the captains out there. A little bit about the Gardiner captain. Got a granddaughter playing, and good news for Brad, as Allison has pointed out. Brad's been a big supporter of area youth and his construction business for many, many years.
Right, he was a Halldale athlete himself,
yes,
if I remember correctly, and as a true athlete, from what I understand, I haven't talked to Brad, but he is fighting the good battle and continues to do so, and hopefully we obviously want the best for him.
Gardiner Field Hockey's 2022 Drive-Out Cancer Honorary Captain. She is the grandmother of Gardiner forward
McKenna Johnson, the granddaughter, Mrs. Jarvie.
But left to start her family, and as her kids got older, she started a daycare in her home. Deline is a breast cancer survivor. She has been in remission for 21 years.
Oh, that's fantastic. 21 years in
that's
remission.
Great.
All women, don't skip your mammogram.
Honorary captain, Mrs. Jarvie.
Great advice. Do not, under any circumstances, skip your mammogram.
Next,
Absolutely.
we will be having the coin toss, which our captains will be participating in, our honorary captain.
Just such a nice pre-game ceremony here. Back in the days, they'd be throwing rocks at each other before the game. This is so nice.
Rob, it's always been a rivalry, but certainly this puts another dimension on this particular game.
Well, you're a big part of that, Mo. You and Coach Chase, as you said, got together and put this together.
And Krista has continued this down in Mount Ararat. She has a huge tournament preseason.
Yes.
With 5 or 6 different teams, and actually some other teams have picked it up as well. Skowhegan hosts one, and with 5 or 6 different teams.
Yeah, I saw Skowhegan did something with that too, so that's fantastic.
And I think Biddeford does now. I think there's a few teams that have picked maybe some different causes, but it lets the kids, gives the kids another priority too, to give back to the community that's given to them. So it's a natural progression for all of these kids, I think.
Well, we absolutely know that coaching is, on the athletic field, it's just an extension of the classroom, another opportunity to teach life lessons.
Absolutely. And I still talk to kids that when we started that first game 14 years ago, the kids remember those tours and and going to the Alfond, and obviously some of them have now been touched. We've got 2 kids that played for me that were nurses at Alfond. Jenna Flagg, who's Jenna Dix now, and Jenna Howard were both nurses up to Alfond, and loved their jobs up there. So it is a lot of this information streams through the kids that are playing right here today, and you never know how many of these kids are going to maybe work there or go into the medical field. Or
So they'll spread out for a big team picture here. Both team picture with the honorary captains, officials, and everybody in. That's a nice scene. Chris giving you a wide shot of it, and Boy, it's so nice, Coach, to be back to this.
Oh, I know.
It is so nice to be back to this, to be doing these things again. And,
Right.
I'm getting choked up about it, but it's been such a struggle to, get through the COVID times and all of that. And now we're back to this. And
We've got a good crowd here, Rob, which
Yeah.
we haven't seen in, the last few years. You're right. The last 2 years have been a jumble of a mess. It's just, it's nothing that anyone could help. But you're right. It's absolutely great to get back. It's a great night here. We got a brand new field that's absolutely tremendous. We got kids that are playing for a cause, and we got people out here cheering them on. It's just a great night. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
yeah, they're bringing the Cony kids all into a single picture, which is beautiful. So I'm glad we were able to come on early for this. Good job by Allison Nichols. Allison was a little nervous about doing all the PA stuff. She did a fantastic
She does a great job.
I should have mic'd her up. We would have really put the pressure on her then.
I believe if you look over too, Rob, this is also the boot game. So the boot transfers today.
Oh yeah, right, exactly.
Which was started quite a few years ago too, and very similar to the football boot, and that becomes a treasured artifact. It goes from school to school and stays there for the year of the winning team. So both of these teams are fighting for that as well.
Single game this year between the two teams.
No,
I
think there are two.
They play two, right? We play.
Yep.
We'll play up at Cony, and of course we won't be up there to be able to do that one. But I think Cony is doing some games this year as well. So. Look,
Oh, is that right? Good.
Yeah. Look for that. I don't know whether they joined in with the NFHS or not. I want to thank Vicky Sargent, the new athletic secretary up for the
really?
Rams. Yeah, she sent me the roster on request and followed up nicely with that. So I'm very thankful. And for everybody that needs to know, the KVAC site now is filled in with rosters, and the schools, ADs were crazy busy the first couple of days of school, but now that they've had a little time, it's starting to populate, so that's going to make it great for fans. One of the things they want to do, and Nate Stubbert wanted me to mention this, is they're trying to get away from paper, and what they do is they've got one of those little QR codes, they call it.
Oh, gotcha.
And you aim your phone at it, and it takes you to a site where you can then download the rosters and bring them yourself. So that's one of the changes that's going to take place this year in the KVAC. So you see the Hendricksons getting their picture taken out there. And now we've got to get ready to play field hockey. I don't think the switch will take much of a flip to get going here tonight, Coach, as the rivals will get after each other. Very emotional time. I remember the time my wife was, when it used to get done in football, Beth was a two-time cancer survivor, breast cancer, and she was the honorary captain, I think it was like back in 2011 or something like that.
I remember that night as well. I was there for that game. Well, as we said, I think, we're going to get to game time, and as we mentioned in terms of the history of this game, and it's not just the history of this game. Cony Gardiner games over the years since I started coaching way back when, it's always been. Didn't matter. You can throw out records. It didn't matter. The rivalry takes place, and kids play within themselves and play their hearts out, and it's always been a one-goal ball game. I don't think we've ever seen one that's been a runaway with either team.
No. The games that we've done, certainly here on Munson, we've done a lot of the Cony games, and we always try to zero in on the rival games as best we can. Introducing some of the Cony Rams. Let's take a look at some of the plays in this game, Coach, for the visiting Cony Rams.
Well, when you take a look, I talked to Coach Daigle at the beginning, and I think with Cony this year, things start with Macy Freeman. Macy's a junior, was an all-state player last year as a sophomore, an offensive threat to score anytime she's anywhere near the circle. And then you take a look at Cony's defense, and as I alluded to at the beginning, Avery Maxim is a freshman. In her first 2 games of her high school career, she allowed 3 goals and made 18 saves. So she's going to see some. She's going to see some shots tonight. Cony also has Isabella Smith as a captain playing forward, and Madison Chevrolet is a captain, and she's playing defense. So she's got a good mixture of kids that are relatively new and kids that have played some hockey. So this, if I had to make a guess, we're going to take a look at forwards today and see how they do for either team. Then if you take a look at Gardiner, Rob, again, we've got a relatively new kid in Cassidy Clark in the goal area. She's a senior, but hasn't seen a whole lot of playing time, but Sharon's been very impressed with how she's come into the season. Sharon's got a tough midfield. They are going to be quick, they're fast, and they're strong. Dewey Clary, Taryn Nichols, Gabby Sousa, three of the midfielders that are just very, very cat-quick in there. I watched the game the other night. Not much gets through there. You take a look at the forwards, and they're led by Brianna Smith, who scored a couple times the other night. And then we called them last year. I think our basketball players turned field hockey players in Savannah Brown, Megan Gallagher, McKenna Johnson. So I think we're going to take a look at those kids too and see how offensively I think the team that bears down on the goalies on either end is going to make a big difference in this particular game.
Okay, let's pause for the national anthem. In progress. So I just noticed our clock hasn't reset it, and do a little work on that, I hope. I'll see what happens. It's still working off the clock we had for soccer, so I'm going to have to put that up, and I'm going to apologize. It's not going to have the right Cony color on it, but that's funny. I made two different clocks, and it's always something. Okay, we'll change that to the right color and the right Cony emblem here pretty soon. But at least we'll have the clock going. So we're set to go. Cony, if you're just joining us, they're in the dark uniforms and the red uniforms, moving left to right. Tigers in white. Tigers controlling the defensive end, taking it aside to clear it out. Comes down left side here to Bree Smith. You said Smith had some good offensive totals in the first game of the year?
Yeah, she had 2 goals the other night, 2 goals and at least 1 assist. She comes in from the left side, which is difficult to play, but she positions herself very well inside the offensive circle. So we should hear her name quite often. And Taryn Nichols is right behind her and just made that defensive play coming across the field. And Taryn's matured a lot since last year, since she played. And I know she's played a little bit in the offseason as well for some teams. And, again, as we said, Rob, at the beginning, there are a number of multi-sport athletes out here, including Taryn. And these kids just bring another whole set of skills to this game.
Nichols set to launch. To Smith, it's going to go out. The Cony ball. Caroline Hendrickson. Drives it up. Almost picked off there by Gilbert, but she wasn't able to get it. Sousa now with it.
We had mentioned that midfield, too, and Sousa's one of them. Sousa, Dewey Clary, and Taryn Nichols. And as we see this game go on, you're not going to move Gabby Sousa off the ball much. If she's got the ball, she's moving with it, and she's very, very strong, a very strong athlete coming up the middle.
We first saw Sousa when she was playing in junior high. We were doing some Halldale middle school games back in the COVID days, and you, of course, saw right away and went, wow, that kid's a great player.
She had a shot even then.
Yes,
that was,
exactly.
You don't usually see in the middle school.
Cony up over midfield. Tigers on the defensive end here. I think that's Gallagher out there. She's been really coming on as a defensive stalwart for a coach.
Right, that was just a great defensive play. She was shadowing behind Gabby Sousa. Gabby Sousa, the Cony girl, got by Gabby Sousa, and immediately Gallagher picked her up. Megan picked her right up, so that was a great defensive play. You don't see it because it's just kind of an intangible. Boy, she did a nice job.
Megan, in just her second year playing field hockey, of course, a stellar basketball player, two-way basketball player. It's funny how some of the kids that are great offensive players in one sport may become a defense. We mentioned Lily DeVersi, an outstanding scorer in lacrosse and a defensive stalwart on the girls' soccer team.
I think at times, too, when you cross over from... It's a little easier for somebody in this particular game with a stick that's on your left side all the time. It's a little easier to start them in the defensive end so they can pick up skills, but you're absolutely right. Once Megan Gallagher picks up her skills back there, she may be part of an offensive corner at times, or she has picked the game up pretty quick, as have Savannah Brown and McKenna Johnson. So they've been great additions.
Down the left side here is Addison Carter.
Addison got involved the other night in the offense as well. I think at least had a couple assists. So.
Looking across, couldn't get it through. Sousa was there, but she couldn't keep it in, and now driven out. They'll come all the way back deep here to Gallagher. Megan takes it wide. Tries to beat her defender, does, but loses the ball. Cony on the counterattack. Tigers come back strong. It's so nice to see that ball staying right on the turf and not jumping around like a Mexican jumping bean like it would on a grass field.
Absolutely. It just stays true, so you've got no reason to miss it. And you're right, the ball's not jumping. We had occasion on the old field where the ball got stuck in the mud. This is it's just fun to watch a game on this, and it's fun for the kids to play on this. You're not getting hit in the shins, and you can see the ball of your stick.
Well, it's going to be truer, too, when you can take those chances defensive, go up and knowing that you're not going to get hit in the chops with it, as you said. Tigers set here. Maddie Blaze.
Maddie's a captain this year, and Coach Glant speaks very highly of her defensive skills in the background. And again, in the back. And again, you don't hear a lot about defensive players.
You don't want to, because if they're doing their job, right, Coach?
Right. That's right. That's a good way to put it. But Maddie seems to be one of those kids that's got great skills, prevents a lot of deep balls coming down through.
Tigers looking to get inside the circle if they can. They're wide now, looking for the cross, and they can't get it. And they'll turn over to Cony. Tigers looking to get the first shot of the game. Neither Maxim in goal for the Rams. Now Cassie Clark has had to make a save. Team's in a feeling out process, Coach.
Right. I was just noticing, too, Coney's playing with they're leaving Abby Morrill and Isabella Smith up front. And I don't know if they're looking for the long ball coming up, but right now they're not. They backed up into the circle. But in normal play, they're leaving those guys right around the 25 and hoping to penetrate quickly. Coney's been known for their speed, and the initial free hits they've taken very quickly, which is a definite advantage.
Tigers on the attack now. They try to cross, but can't. So Tigers with the first advantage here.
Now, if we take a look at number 1, too, she's this transfer from Waterville. It's got quite a rocket shot. There it is.
And she went for it. Got it, but just, what was that, Coach?
Little high.
Little high.
Ball's got to stay on the ground in the circle. That's
Rayleigh
Gilbert. Right.
Yeah, Rayleigh Gilbert. Interesting story. Comes from Waterville, and they tried to set her up. Tigers back on the attack, trying to get into the circle, but they can't. But they'll possess here. And
Dewey Cleary does a great job up the middle with any ball coming out of the offensive end. Her stick is usually on it.
Dewey's got it here, trying to maneuver. Beats her defender, Dewey.
Nice ball.
Drives it through. Cony ball. Good step in by Sousa. Tries to drill it through. Can't get it, but she's on it quickly. Sousa. Drives it in, and
second corner.
Second corner. Be Bree Smith on the insert for the Tigers. Last time they went into Gilbert. Let's see. Gilbert number 1. Sousa up there as well. Maddie Blaze also. They'll come in. They'll get lined up. Ooh. Through. Save. And that was a good opportunity for the Tigers. They went back to Gilbert. She was in the center that time.
And as we said, she's got quite a shot. If she shortens that shot up just a little bit, gets it off a little bit quicker, that's going to be unstoppable.
Good feed by Gallagher. Here come the Tigers on the counterattack. Cleary with it. She's in. Scramble in front. And the ball goes wide.
Gardiner's got Cony back on their heels a little bit right now with this penetration. I think Cony's got to pick up a ball, get it to the outside, and let their outsides run here.
Yeah, Tigers have had quick counterattacks. Sousa's been good at that, so hasn't Cleary. Cleary fighting here for it now for the Tigers. Cunningham for the Rams, far side. And I didn't see the call, Coach.
Well, I think she first called a corner. I think probably got mixed up with the lines. The official call for corner, now she's giving him a hit outside.
Yeah, I can see how that would be confusing a little bit. Comes in. Sousa inside. Corner. She couldn't get it. Tigers scramble. Kicked out. Tigers continue on the attack. Comes in front. Poke there. Sousa.
Good pressure offensively, and this is, I'm sure, exactly what Coach Glant wanted to see in the beginning of this game.
The Tigers have been on the attack. Territorially, they have the advantage. Gallagher looks to turn field. Does it quickly. Down the right side. Taryn Nichols with it now. Nichols looking across. Comes inside, but blocked by the Rams. Rams look to counter. They can't. Now they come.
Nice pass. Very nice pass from the outside to the inside.
Sousa steps in defensively. Takes it to the side. She's chased down by Smith. Sousa trying to connect up inside there with Addison Cotter. Can't do it, and Rams will have it. Rams look to go quickly. They can't. Kind of muffed on that, and Clary's all over it. Battle with Cunningham. Clary wins the battle. Pokes it through the wickets. Still got it. Clary in. The shot. Ball's loose. It'll turn over to the Rams.
Over the years, Cony, that ball that we just saw coming out, Cony's played a long ball. They're looking to hit and run. And very often they've got a speedy forward up front that picks it up. And right now they're having trouble getting through that midfield line we talked about. But if they happen to feed one of those forwards and the ball gets through, it's going to be a run game down at this end.
Hendrickson.
There's the big ball,
hit. Block there. Cleary finds the seam down the left side.
Nice ball.
On the chase is Cotter. Cotter looking to center it. She does. Can't get it through. Falls up. Rams looking to possess and clear it out. Sousa got the last touch on that one. It'll be Rams ball.
Nice defense by Zoe Chores coming out of the circle 34 that intercepted that ball coming across.
Caroline Hendrickson drives it, but right into the stick of, that was 5. That was Carter. Here's Sousa again. She's been a pest so far in the game. Circles. Changes field. Clary with it. Dispossessed. Come the Rams. Morrow. Ahead. Drops it off. Open net. And score for the Rams. First opportunity they had, they made the most of it. First shot of the game, I think, for the Rams.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And she played that perfectly.
You talked about them being quick. They got a good entry, and off to the races they came. Up through about the 50-yard line in, they controlled and made the play. We'll take a look at the goal right here. Can see on the attack is Morrow. We called her name out, and then it came over to a wide open. Was it Morrow that picked it up?
I think
she did.
From here, yeah.
Almost like a self pass. She poked it through, chased it down, made the play.
She played that perfectly. She came down from the middle, dragged the goalie over to the Gardiner goalie out, controlled the ball, and then made the shot right after she knew the goalie was out of position. So, again, it started with that long ball in the back, and Cony's traditionally that way. They pick up the long ball and run.
Well, they're on the run here, 1-0. After Tigers had the best of the opportunities early on.
Right, as you said.
Coach McNally set you up on that one, said, watch the long ball. They got the long ball and converted it. Morrow.
You're right. Gardiner has already had 3 shots at 2 corners, and that's the only shot that Cony's had, and actually the only time they've been in the 25 on that end. But, as we said, Morrow played that perfectly.
So Morrow with the goal. We're not sure we'll get the assist on that one. We'll have to look at the replay, see who made that entry pass, the long pass, as Coach McNally told you. Tigers drive it through. Goes wide. That was a big hit from Maddie Blaze.
We talk about those big hits all the time, Rob, too, and as coaches we talk about them, and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't, because you have to have an intended receiver on the other end. You hear the crowd go ooh and ah when somebody hits it hard, but if it goes out over the end line, it's useless.
Yes.
So you've got to have somebody on the other end that's going to pick that up.
We realize we still got the McDormick Valley emblem up. When we get a second, we'll fix that.
Nice defensive save inside the circle. I can't quite get the number on who that was, but she picked up the ball and did a nice job sending it out.
Rams on the attack here. Clock comes out. Ball's in the circle, the shot and the score. Clock way out. Missed the ball, I believe, and it came back in the middle. So that's a do-or-die play your goalkeeper's got to make a decision on. And
you're absolutely right. If you're going to come out, you got to come all the way out. Once you start your movement out there, you got to come out. You got to get a toe on that when the shooter lifts her stick up off the ball. But if you come out and stop 2 or 3 feet away from the shooter, you're dead.
Yeah, I'm going to take a look at the replay here. That's exactly the case. So the Rams, early 2-0 lead.
Cony's goal was scored by Macy Freeman.
That's Macy Freeman. Coach McNally talked about Macy in the pregame, how she was a sniper. So 2-0. And the Tigers back on their heels just a little bit now. And
right, I think after that first goal, now with things get into your head.
Yeah.
And you gotta make some adjustments. And I think Coach will talk to Cassidy Clark, and all she's got to do is take one more step, and she's got it. But if you hesitate at all, it's a mess for you. So I think she'll make that adjustment, and they'll be all set this next quarter, I hope.
So Tigers find themselves after Good offensive flurry to start with. They're down now, 2-0. They've got some work to do. We'll come back. We'll see how that plays itself out when we come back after these messages.
Feel like cooking dinner? Call Capsa's Pizza in Farmingdale. You can make the whole family happy with our award-winning pizza, sandwiches made on fresh baked bread, delicious nachos, or salads made to order. And don't forget the whoopie pies. We pride ourselves on fast, friendly service and an overall experience that's better than you might expect from a pizza place. So order Capsa's tonight. Pick it up, have it delivered, or enjoy our dining room. Give us a call at 582-0522 or enjoy the convenience of online ordering at capsaspizza.com.
At Randolph Hardware, our game plan is simple. We offer way more than just hardware, but it all starts with a promise. We have what you need and always with a smile. We have a huge selection of paint, plumbing, electrical, and gardening supplies to help you complete simple projects to major home renovations. We also offer a rental center, factory authorized power equipment repair, and the best tool selection around. So stop in today and let the Randolph Hardware team help make your project a winner.
Strategic Real Estate Services, serving all buyers and sellers. 2 locations, 335 Water Street, Gardiner, and 83 Kennedy Memorial Drive, Waterville. From residential to commercial, solutions and strategies that equal results for you. Visit strategicreservices.com or call 485-1105.
Rob Munzing, Mo McNally back here. Chris Wheeler on our game cam as we bring you the Rivals, the Drive Out Cancer Challenge game. I think we got our scoreboard back cooking.
It's a good example, Rob, of how quarters help, too. Used to be you played 30-minute halves, and now you've got a quarter. Coach Gallant can get her team back in there, make a couple of adjustments, and come out the second quarter.
Right.
Maybe slow down the momentum of Cony after that first quarter.
Yeah, that's a change in the last couple of years, Coach, as you said, and you liked it as from the coaching standpoint there. You can get your kids together and rally up. And
well, yeah, from a teaching point of view, I mean, you can make some adjustments. Before that, when you had a 30-minute half, I liked that, but you never got a chance to. There was no teaching involved now. So this makes, and this is a good example. Slows Cony, hopefully slow Cony down a little bit, make some adjustment in the defensive end, and come back out ready to play second quarter.
But the Rams are on the attack. Avery Maxim in goal saw the early action. Cassidy Clark has had the action pick up in her end, and Cony's got a couple in, 2-0.
As we said at the beginning of the game, we were going to see maybe some jitters from both these goalies, and we're seeing it. Certainly on the Gardiner end at this point, but understandable for those two goalies that haven't seen a whole lot of action. You come into a rivalry game like this, and you can expect some jitters.
Tigers will lose it. Rams on the far side. It begins to get dark here at 7:10. Tigers had the early action. 2 corners.
Right, 2 corners and 3 shots on goal. And they were deep into that end. Dewey Clary had picked up the ball at the 25 several times and instituted shots inside the goal area. So you're right, Gardiner had the early action, but as we said, that Cony plays that long ball as we see here, and they're off to the races up front.
And, of course, the turf field has made that long pass a much more viable weapon, Coach. It's truer and travels further.
Right. I can remember coaching against Cony even on the grass a long time ago. And they've been known for that long ball, but they've always had speedy forwards, and they do have them tonight. And as coaches against them, opponents, you have to back your defense up a little bit. You got to make them come up and intercept passes, not wait for passes. Those long balls are easy to pass when you see them coming, so the anticipation is huge. So if the backs see them coming, step in between and pick it up. Have confidence in yourself and your stick, but It's tough for a back. You're sitting back there all by yourself, and the long ball's coming. You see 3 red shirts. It's tough to say I should step up and intercept, but it's the only way to stop the long ball.
So Tigers are going to look to try to change field and get that advantage they had early on. The Rams are brimming with confidence right now. Bree Smith chases it down for the Tigers, but good defensive play here in possession by Hendrickson. Caroline Hendrickson up the right side. Cony ball.
There are a number of these kids, Rob, that are playing on select teams down south. I think Carolyn's one of them as well. And it's amazing how much their individual stick work improves when you can play with kids of great caliber.
Yeah.
They all play together and their stick work improves. So I'm pretty sure Carolyn has played down south too.
Well, Tigers will rearrange the lineup here for the hit. They get it to Gilbert, and you can see how strong her stick is as she's really changed field there. Ooh, that took a bite out of somebody down there. Clary right back in the circle. It'll be Cony. Stopped by the Tigers. Their counterattack. Trying to get in the circle. Can't do it now. It's in. Oh, it just skidded by. She's parked right there was Addison Carter for a potential tip-in.
Avery Maxim, the Cony goalie's got 4 saves in the first half already, so she's stepped her game up, and I know in talking to Coach Daigle at the beginning of the game, she's very impressed with this freshman.
We get a freshman goalie who steps up. Your job as a coach just got easier the next 4 years.
Absolutely.
Because I know, Coach, like all us coaches, we're going to build from the defense out.
Oh, absolutely.
Sousa for the Tigers. Be Tigers ball. Sousa with a big hit. Rams look to clear out. Tigers counterattack. Come the Tigers. Clary. Hard to see the Tigers' DAC numbers that night.
Right. I think Savannah Brown's come into the game. I think she's picked up in the middle of the front, and from what I understand, she's got very good speed as well. So.
Yeah, Savannah can fly, yeah. Savannah's number 8. Tigers just over midfield. Over to the Rams, Hendrickson. Trying to beat the defender to the outside, can't do it. Smith intercepted for the Tigers. Bree Smith throws it through, goes to pick it up. Some good defense by Hendrickson for the Rams. Ball will be out on the track, and Carolina will chase it down.
Bree Smith plays a little bit like, you remember the name Lindsay Seymour? Lindsay played forward, much like Bree, only Lindsay played inside. But Bree comes back and plays a little bit of defense and picks up passes that are just behind the offensive line and then feeds it up to Addison Carter. So Bree plays multidimensional, and it's kind
just
of a
like
neat thing to see. Exactly.
Right on cue. I saw Lindsay Sessions yesterday at my son Nate's daughter's birthday party.
It's amazing. She's got 2 young kids. What a player she was, Rob.
Yes.
Gutsy, just a gutsy player.
Yeah, up to University of Maine.
Right. She used to pick up. We called it garbage, between the top part of the circle and the 25, and she was always around the ball. Nice shot.
Sousa on the hunt for the Tigers. Looks to center it. Lets it go. drives it through into the circle, and Sousa's got to do some repair work on her cleats. But the Tigers, third of the game, Coach?
Yes.
Smith to insert.
And it's important we get the shot off here. I know Coach is probably having a heart failure on the other side, but these corners, you got to get the shot off, got to get it quick, and then you got to pick up the rebound.
Comes in. Play a scrum. Tigers looking to get possession if they can.
There it is.
Good shot, and they get a goal. To see who they're giving credit to the goal for. I think it's Savvy Brown got the goal. She went in and got the ball. So you said Savvy just in the game. She comes in the game and makes her presence felt. Gets the Tigers back to within one.
Good pressure in front. As we said, not often in a high school game do kids score off the first shot on goal. But they certainly, if you put the pressure on in front of the goalie and get 2 or 3 pickups after that, there's always a chance for a shot, and that's exactly what happened.
We're looking at it right here. So Savannah's finally going to pick up the loose ball here from outside. You see it right there. Lets it go. Off the rebound. Gets it home. And Tigers closer within one. Back to live action, so. Bree Smith with it. Bree was on the insert, and that's crucial. Absolutely. As well, Coach, and she did a fantastic job on setting the Tigers up for shots. They've got some good shots off their corners so far.
Yes, they have.
Rams have 2 goals, no corners.
And I think that insertion, is, you're right, Rob, is all important offensively, and another advantage of playing on a turf field. Very often, if you're playing on a grass field about halfway through the season, the place where you put the ball has to be exact on those corners, and all of a sudden you got a divot. So everything's true here on this turf field, as we've said before, so it makes it easier for those insertions.
Tigers went to clear it, couldn't swing it around and out of bounds. Maddie Blaze. 2-1. 5:50 moving clock here as we get set for Cony Rams. Going to move it up a little bit. Macy Freeman. Macy's got the second goal of the game. First goal of the game. Abby Morrow.
Nice
Savannah
defense.
Brown for the Tigers. Good defense staying back in her lane was Haley Johnson. She made a nice play for the Rams. Clary looks to swing it to the wide side of the field. She does. Hunted down there, and Natalie Doobie was there quickly for the Rams. And Doobie's up the left side.
Good speed coming up that side, and she's already beaten one defense. Good stop there, though.
Tigers stayed with the D. Second line of defense picked it up.
Is that Taryn Nichols?
Well, the Surgeon girls are watching and fighting online. I know that won't surprise you, Coach McNally.
Oh, my gosh.
Nicole and Amanda.
They were 2 of the best. 2 of the best kids and 2 of the best players. But they were funny. One played in the goal cage and one played defense in front of her. And every once in a while, there was something going on back there. I tried not to get into it.
Well, Buddy's online, too. Step in, Buddy. Fix that, will you? Come on. Fix it.
Great kids and great players. Both of them are teaching right now. They're great teachers.
That's
Their
great.
students are lucky to have them.
Little abracadabra work there. Because I forget what that's called, Coach. You're going to tell me in a minute.
It's an air dribble.
Air dribble. I call it abracadabra.
It's tough to defend because you can't touch the stick.
Right.
So you have to kind of play a tight defense on them and hope they make a mistake with it, which usually happens in a high school game. The ball will come off the stick and you can play it there, but defensive players always have that tendency. They just want to slap it.
I'd be putting stickum on my stick, Coach. That's what I would do, and have it right there and not be able to get it knocked off. I wouldn't be helpful, I don't think, coaching field hockey.
I think I'd take your wife before you. I know she's good.
She played in college in the early days of Title IX, back in the 70s, back at Northeastern. Still complains they were treated unfairly, not like the football teams were treated.
Oh, I don't think there's any question. I think she's absolutely correct.
In front, and comes over the Tigers.
Interesting. Cony really hasn't had, other than the 2 shots on goal, they haven't had another shot. That one was called back because it was up in the air. So they really haven't had a direct shot on goal since the 2 that they scored on.
There's a good kick-out save coming out, Cassidy Clark.
Nice little pass from Hendrickson in the circle. First Cony penalty corner. That started with Hendrickson's reverse stick pass into the circle. Nice little play. Let's see what Cony's got. My sense is they'll come out to either Hendrickson or Freeman.
Trying to see who's back there to do the insertion. Is it Morrow, 28? I think it is. Comes the insertion. The shot doesn't get through. Tigers block it. They try to take it off the side. Can't. Dispossessed inside. Scramble in front.
Ooh.
And a goal for the Rams. That was off a scramble. We're going to have to do the replay to see who got that one. Of course, they will announce it, hopefully. And
that was good pressure by Cony inside. And as we said, that initial shot from Hendrickson got the play going. Then you get the rebounds. It's awful tough for goalies to recover on short rebounds if the offense has 2 or 3 players surrounding them and get that second shot, which Cony did very well.
Be able to see the entire play. So you see it come out. Tigers look to get a piece of it, but they're going to lose it, and the Rams are going to counterattack here. And as they do that, there'll be a scramble in front. And there's a player right by the edge of the net there, I think, got the goal. I think it was Cunningham. We'll see who they give credit to. Let's get back to live action here as the Tigers counterattack.
Tony's goal was scored by Elise Cunningham.
Yeah, it was Elise Cunningham.
Old Hawkeye, you got it, Coach.
Well, I saw the replay, so I'm looking for my pen. It's in my left hand. To give Miss Cunningham the 3rd goal of the game. So Morrow, Freeman, Cunningham, the goal scorers for the Rams. Savannah Brown for the Tigers. Rams on the attack here. Cut off, and good defense by the Tigers. As we wind down in first half action. Tigers down the near side and knocked off the ball and out of bounds. It's Carter, but Smith with it now. Smith's got 18 seconds, going to lose it. So that may well play out the half. Smith to Sousa, and no time to entry. So that will do it. We played one half here from Gardiner. 3-1, Cony Rams over the Gardiner Tigers. We'll take a quick break, hear from some of our fantastic sponsors, and want to encourage you, if you have the chance to go into any of these businesses, thank these folks for helping us keep all the Munson Media games free, and we do a lot of games, more than anybody in the state. So thank them when you go in, and make sure that you let them know that you appreciate their sponsorship of Munson Media Sports. So Coach McNally's going to tally up the first half. We're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll have more here from Hopefield and Gardiner after these messages.
Hi, my name is Shayna Epperson, and I'm with Atlantic Youth Sports, Inc., and we operate out of Gardiner, Maine. We strive to bring young athletes to the game of basketball, volleyball, softball, and lacrosse. We also bring our principal cores, 3 of them, of teamwork. We bring respect and we bring confidence.
Hi, I'm Lizzie Gruber. I've been with Shayna for 6 years. AYS has brought me to be a physically and mentally stronger person on and off the court. I've also met some of my lifelong friends through this amazing program.
You can become part of our family by visiting us online at www.aysinc.org, or you can email us at aysincinfo@gmail.com.
Coaches and athletes know that teamwork is the key to success. At the Gosline Insurance Group, our team is comprised of knowledgeable, enthusiastic, and dedicated agency personnel who are committed to keeping our clients informed and protected. Featuring 9 agencies throughout the area, the Gosline Insurance Group is the largest locally owned independent agency group in Central Maine. As a trusted choice agent, we are dedicated to you and are committed to treating you as a person and not as a policy. This commitment means we will work for you and not the insurance company. So call us today and let our team put you on the path to success.
At a family's time of loss, making arrangements with those you know and trust can lessen the burden, so you may better focus on preparations and services. Family First Funeral Homes and Cremation Care's network of long-established, family-managed firms is here for families like yours, providing experienced and compassionate service throughout Central Maine. They are Lowry Brothers and Wheeler Funeral Homes in Fairfield and Oakland, Knowlton and Hewins and Roberts Funeral Homes, serving Augusta and Winthrop, and Staples Funeral Home for families in Gardiner, Maine. Each staff is experienced at accommodating the unique needs of the families we serve, as well as pre-arranging services for individuals. All of the Family First locations stay true to our traditions and commitment to the communities we've served for decades. Together, we join with you to celebrate lives well lived. Family First Funeral Homes and Cremation Care, where your family is our family.
When you choose a financial institution to entrust your hard-earned money to, bigger is not necessarily better. Will you be noticed? Will you be heard? At Gardiner Federal Credit Union, our members aren't account numbers, they're our friends and neighbors. Each member has a vote, a voice. What matters to you matters to us. Lending decisions are based not solely on your credit score, but on who you truly are. We work diligently to end hunger. We volunteer in our local schools and throughout the community supporting neighborhood events. We are local people making local decisions, investing in our members and giving back to our communities. Gardiner Federal Credit Union, where your money has a voice.
At our firm, we have the client and only the client in mind. Our mission is to get to know and understand your needs, wants, and long-term goals. We want to help you develop, implement, and monitor a strategy that's designed to address your individual situation. We understand the challenges families face today. From managing debt to saving for college to retirement, these personal finance challenges can be overwhelming. Our commitment is to utilize all of our resources to help you pursue your goals. We believe in thinking out of the box, and we are not afraid to challenge conventional wisdom in our approach to financial services and preserving wealth. All of our energy, commitment, and efforts are focused on you, the client, and your satisfaction.
Coaches know you can't win a game without proper planning and execution. Let Gosline Retirement Planning coach you into a confident retirement. Here at Gosline Retirement, we provide that proper planning and help you utilize a step-by-step approach on all facets of your retirement planning. We provide guidance on income planning, wealth management, understanding taxation, Medicare and long-term care, and legacy and estate planning. We pride ourselves on working hard for those who have worked hard their entire lives. So, schedule your appointment today and let the team at Gosline Retirement Planning put together a retirement game plan for you.
Same thing as always.
That's the front of the net.
All those little things to make you what you are.
0, 3, 1, 2, 3, 0.
Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Sit right here.
The New England Aviation Academy
is Maine's only official service training center and service training partner. NEAA is strategically located at the Brunswick Executive Airport in beautiful Brunswick, Maine, which is on the Atlantic coast and only an hour to the mountains in the western part of the state. The aircraft used by NEAA to train our students and rent to current pilots are all technically advanced airplanes, have the Cirrus airframe parachute system, and are the newest model generation. We train in the best equipment in the marketplace, which not only ensures clients are learning to fly aircraft the industry is utilizing on a daily basis, but also is the safest and most reliable. NEAA's facility at KBXM includes a spacious heated hangar, classroom space, and a private briefing room, which make for an optimal learning experience. So, come fly our 2021 Cirrus SR20 and experience the Cirrus life.
When I'm on the road speaking, I'm able to have sidebar conversations with everybody that wants to come talk to me. And I hear about their family and loved ones that are going through maybe cancer, maybe a critical illness, maybe something, being disabled from a job and not having the coverage that they need because their healthcare just didn't cover it.
I ask that you would allow one of our experienced representatives to come into your business so that we are able to educate you on the value of these very, very important products.
The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation is proud to support Munson Media's production of live streaming high school sports. We recognize the hard work and dedication of Maine's high school student athletes, and we applaud Munson Media's pioneering live streaming efforts. The Hutchinson Family Sports Foundation. Back here at halftime, Hoke Field is your site for this game here as clock winds down at halftime. Let's turn over to Coach McNally. Take a look at some of the stats here from this first half.
Well, an interesting stat, Rob. As we said, Gardiner had pressure early on. I think it was a total of 3 shots off, and then Cony came down with the long ball, and Abby Morrill escaped and scored the first goal with 2:58 left in the first quarter. So you take a look at shots on goal. Gardiner had 7 in the first half, and Cony had 5. And the 3 of the Cony's 5 were late in the quarter. So they came on halfway through that first half, ended up with 5 shots. Gardiner had 3 penalties. Corners had some decent shots on them, but nothing went in, and Cony had 1 penalty corner. We talk about goalie saves. Cassidy Clark in goal for Gardiner had 2 saves, and Avery Maxim, who stepped up big for Cony in the first half, had 6 saves. I think you're going to show the goals, but Savannah Brown scored for Gardiner, and Abby Morrill, Macy Freeman, and Elise Cunningham all scored for Cony.
Yeah, let's take a look at the goals. Here's the first goal of the game.
Am I going to go out, or am I going to stay back and take the shot? She made the decision to go out, which wasn't a bad decision, I don't think. But I think she stopped just a little short, and Morrill made that move behind her, and in it went.
Take a look at the second goal to put the Rams up 2-0. This is the Macy Freeman goal off a scramble in front. And again, she's all alone out in front and is able to find the empty cage there and put the Rams up 2-0.
Right, I'm sure Coach Gallant's talking, because I think there's a little bit of a breakdown in a deep defense. And we're not just talking about the goal area, the goalie. We're talking about the 3 defensive players in front of her. They're not picking these kids up quick enough, and or they're not shadowing them to stay in front of them. I think they're getting beat a little on this quickness, and maybe second half, hopefully we'll give them make a little adjustment so they don't get beat as quickly.
Well, the Tigers got one back here off the penalty corner set up, and Savvy Brown is going inside on a scramble, second chance opportunity. It came out to her, and she was able to nail it home.
Which is, you keep your stick down inside that circle, you got a chance for shots, and she was in the right position, had the stick down, she's got good quickness, got the shot off. It was a very nice shot.
But the Rams answered that with the final goal of the first half. This will be Elise Cunningham. You'll see it off the corner here. As we come in on it, you'll see the ball is going to get inserted here by Abby Morrill, and it's going to come out. And it's going to be a second chance opportunity here as it comes out deep. Shot comes in. Tigers look like they're going to clear. Not quite able to do it. And Cunningham is going to be parked right at the corner. You're going to see it come to Cunningham right here. And she's going to get an easy tap in for the third goal of the game for the Cony Rams. See Cunningham right there, knocks it in. Back to live action here in the second half.
Cony picks up their first penalty corner. Played that ball very well. Cony had the ball coming in from the left side. Picked it up at the top of the circle, made just a little bit of a move to the non-stick side of the defender. Turned the defender around and ended up with a corner. Only the second corner for Cony in this game. We'll see how they set this one up.
Cony, pass to the corner. That one came out high, they'll call it.
Right, it came up, goalie played it high, deemed dangerous by the officials, so Cony gets another penalty corner.
So they will insert far side, Morrill. I believe she's way away from me, but I think it's 28 Morrill on the insertion.
Our eyesight doesn't help us.
And Sousa came up, made a good play for the Tigers, and going to turn that the other way.
Good example of Sousa's quickness coming out on the corner. And if you can interrupt that play, she's not counted on to stop it or gain control of the play, just interrupt it, which she did.
Tigers change field quickly. McKenna Johnson, number 9 for the Tigers, tried to play down the right side. Tigers probably going to have a little urgency to the offense here. Sousa takes it back. Trying to swing around. She does. Can she keep it in place? She does a nice job there. Rams looking to attack again on the long pass. Tigers.
Much better defense.
There that time. And that's Megan Gallagher.
Right. Played her up tight. Instead of waiting for her, she played her up tight and made it difficult for her to catch the long ball coming in. That was very good defensive adjustment.
Good aerial by the Tigers. Dropped in. Rams in possession, but harassed by the Tigers on the far side. Aerial entry. It'll go over to the Rams. Hendrickson. Tigers at midfield. Trying to work it down the near side. They do. Gets through. Rams with some good defensive work there. That was Natalie Doobie. The Tigers go to work. Nichols can't weave her way through traffic, but it'll be her ball. Centers. And in behind the net.
A little bit of field awareness. Get your head up on that, Taryn. But she does a nice job on this side. Nice pass initially. She's got a good pedigree, too, coming from a family of field hockey players as well.
Nice pass. Rams on the attack. But good defense by the Tigers, but it'll turn back over the Rams. Gilbert stepped in, but Rams attack. Freeman. Freeman's got to go in the game. Macy Freeman.
You see Macy carrying the ball to the right, which is the left of the defense, which is a great little play. As long as she controls the ball with decent speed and good stick control, she's going to beat just about every defensive player going that direction. Very difficult for somebody to pick her up.
Sousa with a stop. Wheels it down through midfield. Tigers look to control, couldn't. Hendrickson turns it back for the Rams. Tigers come on the attack. Far side. Able to connect over there with Bree Smith. Smith.
Nice ball, Bree.
Gets it through. Tigers. Numbers. On the attack. The shot.
Oh, there
and the goal for the Tigers. Well, Smith made a nice play down the left side. We've got to see who gets credit for the goal.
Right, Smith had a great pass around the 25.
Addison Carter, we think, is going to get the credit for the goal, Coach. Smith made the nice pass for the Tigers. Sent Carter down the side. Take a look at it right here. Here comes Carter. She's coming down with speed. Tigers end up with a 3-on-2 on the break. And Carter comes all the way in. Her stick's in the middle of the field, so it's advantageous for her, and drills it home.
Good ball control by both players, both Carter and Smith. That whole series coming down that side.
We come back live, and Rams back on the counterattack here. 3-2 game. That's one the Tigers needed, really. In a 3-1 game, you got to score that second goal, Coach. You go down 4-1 in the second half. It's a tough battle back.
Absolutely. We need a little momentum shift and a little kick in the butt, and I think we'll see that now. We got to see, in my estimation, Dewey Clary's got to have the ball in midfield a little bit more than what she has so far. Once she's got it, she's got decent ball control, but she hasn't had her stick on it as much as I would hope that she would as a center mid.
So Carter with the second goal for the Tigers. Savvy Brown with the first. $9:15 left, our clock official. Tigers look like they get a little jump start here. McKenna Johnson. Johnson with great speed. Goes around.
Good stick work.
Yeah, and she's just a second-year player as well. Tara Nichols got it in front. Tigers look to press the issue. They do. They're in the circle. Rams will take it out. Doobie will get the hit. She does. Stopped by the Tigers. Here's Clary. Coach says get it on her stick. You see it there. Drives it through. Rebound. Comes to the Tigers. They try to spin around but can't get possession. Sousa's got it now. She's going to take it out a little bit wide. Spin it back in. Did that reverse stick nicely. That the right term, Coach? Reverse
yes,
stick?
It is. It is a reverse stick. And it looks good. Not real effective most of the time because you really don't see where the ball's going.
Timeout on the field. I'm not sure who called the timeout. Cony may.
This is a new rule this year, too.
Well,
each team gets 1 90-second timeout during the game.
So they were taking a look at the Tigers. They get a little bounce in their step since the second goal of the game. Allison Carter came down the left side, notched it for the Tigers. Chris Wheeler doing our camera work. Hard to cover field hockey with so much of the field to cover with a single camera. We do the best we can, and Chris is one of our top-notch guys. So more action coming up. We'll have football action here Friday night as the Belfast Lions roar into Tiger Town to take on the Gardiner Tigers. First home game of the season for the Tigers. First actual game here on the Hokefield turf for the Tigers. That'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff. We'll be here for that one. Join Jimmy Palmer, joining me for the analyst role in Gardiner Tiger football, at least for a couple of games this year. Jimmy has relinquished his athletic director duties out at Oak Hill, so he has a little more time. So be the former coaches. Jimmy's my first captain I had back in the 1986 team.
He had to be pound for pound one of the toughest kids you had, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he wasn't very big, but boy, he was just tougher than a bag of hammers.
He was tough. And a long line of tough, hard-nosed fullbacks that we had over the years here in Tiger Town. We'll talk a little bit more about this Friday night, but we got some recovery going on by a couple of our former Tigers. Rick Lovely down in Boston at Mass General Hospital. Some heart issues, doing well, we hear. And Vaughn Smith and Ricky McKenna, Mini-Mac, true teammate, says Vaughn gave Ricky part of his liver.
Isn't that something?
What a story that is. We'll have more on that, all that stuff Friday night in the football game. So here come the Rams quickly. There's a counterattack happening very fast by Freeman, and Clark with a good kick-out save. Freeman launches again. That's knocked down in front, and Hendrickson tried to bunt it up by her eyes. I don't think that's advisable, but they'll get a corner out of it. So Morrill will go to entry.
Cony put the pressure on there, but Cassidy Clark came up big with 2 big saves there.
Morrill inserts.
Nice save.
Nice save there by Clark. She read that one perfectly. She gets a second pad on it there. She's up and active. So Cassie Clark off the good insert and good Cony Ram attack. A couple of big kick-out saves by Clark, the senior.
That takes good concentration, too. When you've got that much pressure on you, it's a really focused play to pick up those 2 and 3 saves, one right after another like that. Very good defensive sequence for Cassidy Clark.
Doobie here for the Rams. Surveys the scene. Winds it up the side. Freeman intercepts. Freeman chased down by Gallagher, and she got a stick on it. Tigers drive one down. That was a big hit by Gilbert. Stolen away.
Pickup. Savannah Brown, nice pickup.
Savvy just didn't get good wood on it, but Tigers continued to attack. Comes out to Clary. And Dewey lets go and does a no-go. 6:05 left here. Rams on that long pass again. Good defense by the Tigers. That was Maddie Blaze back there for the Tigers, but the Rams on the counter. Try to drop it inside. Hendrickson. Tigers ready for that. Dewey Clary. Gets harassed. Stays with it. But it'll be Rams ball. This is a drive-out cancer challenge game for 2022. Mrs. Jarvie, the captain, honorary captain for the Tigers. Mr. Hendrickson for the Cony Rams. Nichols tries to drive through, and she does.
Now, right now, if you take a look, Rob, we're leaving Macy Freeman and Abby Moore wide open in the midfield. That's what I mean by those passes. If they turn quickly on that transition, those are the 2 kids I'd pick up and be right in their back pockets.
Maddie Blaze with a good recovery for the Tigers, and Tigers will get the ball. Overran initially, and then came back and got it. Tigers battle for control here, and they'll get it. Nichols tries to change field. She does. Tigers have an advantage if they can move quickly.
Nice pass.
Little touch pass across the way to Smith. Smith down deep. Carter with it. Carter's got the goal in this half for the Tigers. Make it 3-2. It would be on a grass field, Coach McNally. Once you gain territorial advantage, you seem to keep it.
Right.
A little less so here with the turf. They can move the ball out quickly and get some big hits.
Exactly.
Tigers trying to keep it in. Sousa sweeps it in on the reverse, but Sousa's got a long reach and uses that to her advantage there. She hounds defensively, and Tigers maintain possession, although fiercely fought for across the way. Good battle going on there. It was Isabella Smith finally prevailing for the Rams. Sousa again with an interception, drives it through. That'll be knocked out, Tiger ball. 2:49 left, 3-2 game. Tigers don't necessarily have to notch it up here heading into the fourth, though they would love to. Rams would like to get a little insurance. Put a little bit of money in the bank here if they can.
Well, at the very least, we'd like to see Gardiner get the ball into the circle and get some offensive opportunities. The only shot they've had was the one that they scored on.
Well, they got it there, but they're not going to continue to control. It'll be Ram ball. Natalie Doobie set to launch, and she does. Intercepted by the Tigers. Nichols drives it through. Deflected off the Tigers, I believe. Ram ball. So how are they doing with the official shortage and field hockey, Coach McNally?
Wow, I was just talking to a couple of people there. It's awful, just like it is in all other sports. They're having to rearrange games because they have got to take varsity officials off to take them to another game.
Yeah.
Games are being played on odd days that they haven't been played on before, which is, fine. But it's a real concern for the end of this year. And as you've heard, Rob, I know, and everybody else has heard, the age is getting a little older, and some of those people are going to retire, and there's nobody to fill those shoes, just like it is in every sport. So it's a very big problem.
Tigers good run down the far side. And that's the advantage of having a facility like this. Turf lights, you can play at night. So officials can do 2 games. They can do an afternoon game. Let's say Cony plays in the afternoon, Gardiner plays at night. They can do both.
Right.
Dewey Clary trying to plow her way through and said, hey, wait a minute, something wrong about that. Finally got the whistle, so Dewey's going to get set to go. Goes quickly, takes it outside, now reverses it inside, in the circle. It's in there for the Tigers. Sousa's fighting for it. Can she get it? She does. But it'll be Rams ball coming out.
There were 2 good articles in the paper in the last week, Rob. I don't know if you saw them. There was one in the Portland Sunday Telegram talking about one of the reasons are for lack of officials and lack of coaches. And it's sportsmanship and behaviors off the sideline. That was a good article. And then
it was, yeah.
Sean Johnson, the Cony ice hockey coach, wrote a letter to the editor.
Tigers trying to press the issue. They do. They get it in and shot and goal! I think it was Clary.
I think you're right.
Well, you said you wanted the ball on Clary's stick a little more often, Coach. She got it on her stick there, and she knew what to do with it when she got it. She was in prime scoring range.
All right, her stick was on the ground exactly.
We'll take a look at this one, and you'll see Dewey.
Feet positioned correctly, stick on the ground. All she had to do was sweep it in.
Yeah, you're going to see Dewey in perfect position here. And launches it quickly. Her stick was down, and her shot was off quickly, and we're notched at 3. So we said Tigers didn't need to score, but they wanted to score, and they'll certainly take that score. As we will move to the 4th. All tied up in the rival game, the Drive Out Cancer Challenge game. And we want to stay right with it here, as we want to talk a little bit about our good friends here at the All Sports Boosters, because they got some exciting things going on here, Coach McNally. I don't know if you're a golfer or not.
I'm a hacker. Does that count?
But they've got the big golf tournament coming up on the 25th, and you can sign up to have a role in supporting all the great things that the All Sports Boosters do here at Gardiner Area High School. Supporting all the teams for, since I came to town in 1975, I remember the Sports Boosters were actively involved from the very get-go, and they have continued to do that. Of course, the personnel changes as kids go through the school system and all of that, but certainly it is a great organization, and they support Muncie Media's live streaming of all of the Gardiner Area High School sports. So we want to thank the All Sports Boosters. They're also doing a vacation raffle, $5,000 vacation raffle. They've still got tickets. They're only going to sell so many tickets. And then once they sell out, they'll have the drawing, and somebody's going to get a $5,000 vacation, which will be fantastic. So look for those opportunities. Catch up with any of the Boosters Club members. If you're here, you can buy the raffle tickets right here at the Snack Shack during any of the games that they have here at Hope Field. as well as contact any of them online. They have a full-fledged Facebook page, too, and the information you want about the All Sports Boosters. And if you're somebody that wants to become a member of the All Sports Boosters, reach out to them. They can always use more members. I know they're trying to fill out all the games and have the shack ready to go, and new plans for a great new All Sports Boosters shack coming up here at Hoke Field as the area continues to get spruced up. You can see it happening a little at a time now, and new gravel put in, nice new entryway put in, and the second phase of the project will be underway here as now that the turf is in and the turf is down. So good things happening with the Gardiner All Sports Boosters Club. We thank them for their sponsorship. Stay with us post-game. We'll have the players of the game, the Capsa Pizza player of the game, as well as the Northeast Nutrition player of the game, post-game here, brought to you by those two great businesses, Capsa's Pizzas, and not just pizzas at Capsa's. I mean, you can get sandwiches. I like to go for the salads because I love their salads. I get the chicken, roast chicken salad, fantastic. Big salads. I mean, you need a goddamn shovel to get it in India.
It is delicious food. I had a piece of it just last week from there, and it is delicious.
We had Capsa Pizza, I think, yesterday at my granddaughter's 6th birthday party. She's going to kindergarten.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good.
Goes by quick, doesn't it?
It
The
does.
older we get.
Holy smoly. Don't you know it?
Well, this should be a good quarter here, Rob. We were back at evensies, new game. See who comes out ready to roll.
It's anybody's game here now, 3-3. 2 goals by the Tigers in the third. Addison Carter got the Tigers within 1, and then the tying goal, Dewey Clary. Savannah Brown scored the first goal for the Tigers. Macy Freeman, Elise Cunningham, and Abby Morrow, goal scorers for the Rams. That's where we are, 3-3. So the fans are seeing a good tilt here in Tickertown tonight. Good crowd down below us. Tara Nichols. Good strong game for the Tigers so far. Throws it through. Trying to get Johnson. That's a bomb. Tracked down by Gallagher. She's intercepted. Macy Freeman. Freeman's got a goal. They need to know where she is. Good defensive work there by the Tigers. Nichols, I think.
Right, I think you're
that
right.
was Taryn doing a great job on that play.
As we said before, I don't think you can't leave Macy Freeman and Abby Morrow loose up front. You've got to play them tight defense, even off the ball, even if the ball's not anywhere near them. Be very aware of where they are.
Hendrickson drives it through. Comes back out. Let's see.
It's a 4th penalty corner for Cony of the half.
And this corner's become very important, obviously, as you go through a final quarter in the tie game.
But you're absolutely right. It should give you multiple opportunities to shoot. It should. That's easy to say, not as easy to do, but it certainly gives you offensive opportunity.
Insertion comes in. Driven through. Clark came out. I think she got a piece of it. And
you're right.
We'll have another corner. What's the old adage, Coach? If you don't get a goal off a corner, get another corner, right?
Well,
Is that what you tell me?
Exactly.
Something like that?
We always used to tell our kids, if you can't get a direct shot off this insertion, then get us another corner. There's the shot.
And it sails wide. I don't believe it was touched, so to be Tiger ball. Folks at home are seeing a good one. Hope you're enjoying Munson Media's production of Gardiner High School Sports, brought to you by all our great local sponsors and our anchor sponsors. Tigers look to change field, can they? No. Doobie got a piece of it, but Johnson now picked up by Taryn Nichols.
Haley Johnson for Cony had a nice interception right there. Picked it up at about the 50.
Tigers looking to get down the other side of the field with Carter. Can't get it inside. The Rams will have the ball. Tara Nichols with a nice self-pass. Threads it through to McKenna Johnson. McKenna trying to go to work, but she can't get it away. She's harassed there. And Freeman set to make the big hit. She does. Drives it up. To Nichols. Tigers got numbers. Nichols to Johnson. Johnson looked to center it. Couldn't do it. Doobie got on the defense for the Tigers. And now Hendrickson will drive it out. Left side now. Cunningham. Cunningham had a goal. Then in the middle. On the attack. Morrow comes in. Clock comes out. Out of the goal. And Sousa makes a great play.
Wow.
Well, Gabby Sousa saving the bacon right there for the Tigers. Clock came out, got a piece of it, but it trickled in behind, and Sousa was there at the ready to clear it wide. Ten minutes, 9 seconds. Rams ball. They'll have to take it back outside. Now they go. Sousa on it for the Tigers. Dribbles out of trouble. Throws it down. Tigers trying to dispossess if they can, and they fight for possession. That was McKenna Johnson against Cunningham. Cunningham will win that battle and gets it. She's dispossessed. Tigers come wide.
Good job.
Great play by Clary. Dewey with some nice stick work, weaved in and out of defenders there to maintain possession. She's got a big hit. That's deflected. That's going to go all the way down. Tigers look to pounce on it. They do. In behind was Johnson, but it's going to go over the Rams.
Good pressure. That's what we're going to have to see. We're going to have to see Gardiner. Both teams actually put some good pressure between the 25 and the offensive circles. Gardiner had some great pressure right there.
Tracy James sending along a big thank you. Well, we want to send it right back to you, Tracy, because your credit union is one of our sponsors. Tracy James, important member of the Gardiner Federal Credit Union, one of our long-time sponsors since we've been doing this. Inside it comes. Dribbles through. And just wide. Tigers with an opportunity there. We welcome all the families and fans, former players, and all the ships at sea watching tonight's game, as we often get some international viewers. Had somebody watching soccer over in England today.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. On the attack, Macy Freeman, dangerous. She got it off to Smith, Isabella Smith, but she'll lose it. Every possession, everybody's holding their breath as we tick down to 7:48 left. Tigers look to possess, can. Loose ball, chase down. Tigers on a quick attack by Taryn Nichols. Good job by Taryn, but it's going to go back over. And Hendrickson will drive it in. And good read by Clock, lets it go wide.
Very important in these last 6 or 7 minutes, Rob, too, to keep your players playing within themselves. Sometimes we see younger players, well, not even just younger players, but sometimes they panic and they take themselves out of their own ball game. You still got to make the crisp pass. You still got to get inside the circle. You still got to get a shot off.
Corner coming up here for the Rams.
Number 6 of this half. Gardiner's yet to have a corner. In
Yeah,
this half,
and almost a reverse copy of what happened in the first half, where Tigers had some corners. But
exactly.
This Cunningham on the insertion gets it back into Doobie. I'm sorry, Freeman. Went to the far post, but it just trickled by. That was a good setup. Tigers look to clear. They'll fight for control. Rams will keep it in the circle. Cleared off the side. I'm not sure who that was in there for the Tigers, but did a good job. Gilbert, maybe. Hard to see all the way down there. Might have been Gallagher or Gilbert.
Another good example of what you should do defensively in those corners. You only have two options. If you're playing defense on a corner like that, you either got to clear it out to the side, not up to the top, but clear it out to the side. If you can't do that in a nice sharp clear, you've got to turn the offense into a foul to get it up, free hit out of there. You've got no other options. It's too tight in there.
So Rams pressing the attack here. Macy Freeman. Far side, looking across. Sousa with another great play. Boy, she's had a lot of sticks on the ball today, Coach McNally.
Absolutely has.
She'll be a contender for our defensive player of the game.
I think you're right. She's had a very consistent game from the beginning to the present.
A long ball. Chased down now by Charest. But the Tigers possess. That's Smith over there. Thrown in front. And kicked out. Tigers look to re-entry in the circle and behind. Tigers fight for it. And the goal by the Tigers. Off the scramble. You knew it was getting exciting because Coach Mo got a little excited.
I could see it coming. You can see that develop, and the deeper it gets in the circle, the more sticks are on it, the more pushes they have inside. And Gardiner kept his sticks down. It's a great offensive push.
Did we see who got the goal?
I did not.
Savvy Brown with the goal. Her second of the game. Looks like we're going to get a timeout, so we'll have a chance to look at this one, Coach McNally. So take a look at the Tigers. So Tigers on the mad scramble. It got in behind. Brown was parked down there. And finally it came out. And Savvy was able to knock it through. Her second goal of the game. She got tackled. It was Dewey got tackled. Somebody got tackled. But the goal by Brown, we'll get that confirmed? Yeah. Okay. So we'll get time to take a look at that one again. So here it is. Here's the scramble. Looked like the Tigers were going to get a chance there. They forced the issue. And finally knock it in behind Avery Maxim for the fourth goal of the game. So timeout. 5:01 left, as you see in the clock. The Tigers with their first lead of the game. They went down 2-0, Coach McNally.
That's right.
Got the big goal to make it 2-1. Rams went up again by 2. 3-1.
And it looked like initially there in the first half, the Rams are going to run away with it. And as we said in a Cony Gardiner game, whether it's drive-out cancer or it's any Cony Gardiner game, we're back and it's one goal again. We got 5 minutes left, so you can't emphasize the rivalry enough. And there's no say die in either of these two teams. So we've still got 5 minutes of play left. It's going to be a whale of a game at the end here.
So Savvy Brown with 2 goals for the Tigers. Tigers now back on the attack here. They'd like to force the issue if they can.
Absolutely. And now would be a good time to put Cony back on their heels if you can, but I don't think that's going to be an easy task.
Yeah, get some zone time in the offensive zone if you can. Rams will try to change field, but the Tigers intercept and drive it down. Driven back out. Tigers will drive it right back in. Big hit. Kick save. Ball's loose. Comes out. Bree Smith was tangled up in it. Sousa also. It's going to go to the Rams. Natalie Doobie. Tigers, nice reverse work there by McKenna Johnson. Clary got it in. Clary's got a goal. Clary with a goal. Brown with 2.
First penalty
Addison
of the
Carter
second half.
with the other goal for 4 for the Tigers. Yeah, first one. So Smith will look to insert here, and they're in no hurry, Coach, with the clock ticking at 3:36.
2 different philosophies at this point. Gardiner should be playing all ball control with short passes. Short, crisp passes to the outside, preferably, until you get inside the 25. Cony, on the other hand, has got to play a little bit longer, a little bit stronger.
That ball's bouncing around. Tigers keep it in. They insert it into from Smith to Sousa. Sousa did a good job. She's had a tremendous defensive game.
Absolutely has. And as I started to say, Coney's got to play long ball and get it into the circle. They've got to create some offensive opportunities. They can't play short game here.
So Tigers jump on it, but it's going to go over to the Rams.
Coach Glant, I'm sure, is yelling wide now. We want to keep the ball wide and long. Keep it on the outside. Carry it as long as you possibly can. Take time off the clock.
Rams look to turn it. They can. It'll be Tigers, and here they come. Coach McNally's telling you short passes, maintain possession. They try to drill it through. Can. But that'll be Tiger ball. No hurry here, ladies. Take your time getting that thing back.
Absolutely. We were down in the old field. I used to tell my midfielders, if we get down under a minute and we're ahead, hit it to the cow pasture.
Yeah, there you go.
Hit it. And invariably, one of my kids would go chase it, though.
Rams looking on the counterattack. Great defense there by Gilbert. She's going to drill it back in. Exactly what you said, Coach. Drill it in. Tigers into the circle. They'll take that right now with 1:56 left. Just want to maintain possession. Brown did a good job of killing some seconds. Tigers keep it down deep. Turn over to the Rams. Rams will try to get the big hit, see if they can change field.
Yeah, they've got to get it out of this end.
They don't get it out. Tigers keep it in. Taryn Nichols, good job keeping it in. Into the middle.
Taryn's had a great second half here as well. Controlled the ball on this side the whole second half.
Stay with us post-game. The Northeast Nutrition and Energy defensive player of the game and the Capsa Pizza offensive player of the game will be up for grabs here from Tiger Town. Tigers got a minute. Rams got a minute. Tigers looking to dig in on D, maintain control, short pass game, keep it down that end of the field if they can. Rams need to get on the attack, and so far the Tigers, since the fourth goal, Coach McNally have played on the Ram side of the field.
They absolutely have.
Now the Rams look to attack. Morrow, she's got a goal in the game. Throws it through. Tigers make the steal and take it wide, as Coach McNally said is the strategy. That was Maddie Blaze with a good play for the Rams. He took it wide. 20 seconds.
Now Cony right now can play for a corner, and then it doesn't matter about the time. Get the corner and
7 seconds. Under 5. Out high. Tigers look. They get the final possession. They take it wide. And they kill the clock and they win the game.
Wow.
The Tigers come back after being down 2-0 and 3-1 to come back to win 4-3. And the Drive Out Cancer Challenge game, the rivalry game. What a game. What a game of field hockey here by both teams here tonight. So, Coach McNally, before we take our final break, well, your thoughts are fresh. Let's take a look at what you think here so far in this one, Coach, as our final wrap-up.
This is just a typical Cony Gardiner game. Momentum changed several times throughout the game. Cony had some big offensive pushes up front. In the first half, their goalie, Avery Maxim, stepped up tough. Second half, Gardiner had, again, the momentum, came back from behind. Cassidy Clark struggled a little bit in the first half, came up with some big saves in the second half. We saw a great defensive game from Gabby Sousa and Taryn Nichols. And as we said in the beginning, the Cony was looking for Macy Freeman, who performed today like an all-stater. And Carolyn Hendrickson played well today, along with Abby Morrow. So great Cony Gardiner game. Again, it's a 1-0 game. A 1-goal ball game. Just exactly what we thought we were going to see.
Well, we're going to take a quick break. Coach McNally will have final stats as well, and we'll come back and we'll take a look at our players of the game. Tough to choose in this one. Lots of great plays by lots of great players, but we'll take a break and we'll come back. We'll have more when we come back to Tiger Town. Tiger Town is happy tonight as they have beat the rival Rams 4-3 in field hockey. We'll take a quick break. Hear from our two post-game sponsors, Capsa Pizza and Northeast Nutrition Energy.
Feel like cooking dinner? Call Capsa's Pizza in Farmingdale. You can make the whole family happy with our award-winning pizza, sandwiches made on fresh baked bread, delicious nachos, or salads made to order. And don't forget the whoopie pies. We pride ourselves on fast, friendly service and an overall experience that's better than you might expect from a pizza place. So order Capsa's tonight. Pick it up, have it delivered, or enjoy our dining room. Give us a call at 582-0522 or enjoy the convenience of online ordering at capsaspizza.com.
If you want to boost your energy, metabolism, and nutrition, try one of Northeast Nutrition's 85 energizing teas. Fruity, made with natural aloe, stevia, and herbal and green teas. Or have a low-carb 200 to 300 calorie shake for breakfast or lunch. Choose from over 50 flavors like Fluffernutter or Pumpkin Turtle Cheesecake. Northeast Nutrition also has customized protein iced coffees, caffeine-free options for the kiddos, and specialty drinks for athletes. Northeast Nutrition, 599 Main Avenue, Farmingdale. Follow on Facebook at Northeast Nutrition and Energy.
Back here, Rob Munsing, Mo McNally. I said Rob McNally. Rob Munsing, Mo McNally. That's what happens. You do 2 straight games here. And
welcome to the family.
Yeah. Thank you. Great family. One of the great families here in Tiger Town. That's for sure. And Tiger Town all happy tonight, Coach. And all the winner here is the campaign for the Drive Out Cancer Challenge campaign. And those who may have tuned in late may not have noted that the pregame activity. And congratulations, both these schools on doing a great thing for the Alfond Cancer Center and raising money for this great cause, and they put on a great performance as well, Coach McNally, and you got some final stats for us.
Right, it was a great game, and just exactly as we said before, what we were going to see out of a Cony Gardiner game. We take a look at stats, shots on goal, Gardiner ended up with 16, Cony ended up with 11. Penalty corners, Gardiner only had 4, Cony ended up with 7, 6 of them in the second half. Goalie saves, Cassidy Clark for Gardiner ended up with 8, 6 great saves in the second half.
Yes.
Avery Maxim ended up with 13, and again, we can't say this enough. Avery Maxim's a freshman goalie for Cony, so her future was bright. She ended up with 13 saves. So goals, we ended up 4-3. Gardiner, 1-goal ball game. Just a terrific field hockey game here at Gardiner.
Well, take a look. Why don't we take a look at the winning goal here? 3-3 with 5:09 left in the game, and truly looked like we were going overtime, right. Coach McNally, and the Tigers pressed the issue, and they got the goal by Savvy Brown, her second of the game, off a scramble in front. You're going to see it right here. Brown stays out high enough so when the ball came out, she had her stick right down and was able to put it past into an empty net right there. And Savvy Brown with the game winner. Remember, Savannah just playing field hockey for the second year. She and Megan Gallagher and McKenna Johnson, terrific multi-sport athletes, but mostly had been known up until last year for their basketball play. Right. And they come out for field hockey, and just shows what terrific athletes they are. And they all had a role in this game as well. And certainly the Tigers with a good team victory here. You know, one of the things I'm most impressed with Coach McNally, and one of the things you look for as a coach, when you get down early in a game, sometimes you go, ugh,
right.
And all the steam comes out. And Tigers got down twice by 2 goals, but they had the fortitude to come back and fight and tie the game up and then get the winning goal as well. So they came back. They looked defeat right in the eyes and fought through it and didn't feel sorry for themselves and made some good corrections. And certainly you mentioned about Cassie Clark having a tough start to this. But boy, oh boy, she really finished with some big saves that kept the Tigers in there. And that's going to do a great deal to swell her confidence as well. And good things coming, I think, for both these teams, Coach McNally.
Oh, I absolutely agree. If you take a look at Gardiner, they've got some great senior leadership in there, and any one of those kids can step up and take control of a ball game. We saw some great control from Dewey Cleary. Had a great second half. Didn't see her as much in the first half, but second half she stepped up. We saw Rayleigh Gilbert, who's new, the new Waterville transfer down here to Gardiner, step up and make some big hits into the circle. And, of course, Maddie Blaze up back did a great job. So Gabby Sousa, again, handled the midfield. So I think there's big things to come out of these two teams. They both got quickness. Savannah Brown's goal, she's got a quick stick inside the goal area. And I have a sense that she's probably one of those real competitive kids that's not going to let the ball leave the circle. And every team's got to have that gutty kid inside there that's not going to let the ball leave, and Cony does as well. I mean, we're going to hear Macy Freeman and Abby Morrill. We'll hear more from them as well as the season continues.
Well, you mentioned Gabby Sousa. She will be our Northeast Nutrition high-energy player of the game, as she was very active on the defensive end as well as offensively in kind of a swing role there. And so she wins the Northeast Nutrition energy player of the game. And our offensive game player is Savvy Brown, of course, because Savvy picked up 2 big goals. Got to get that emblem in there for the Caps of Pizza. We'll do that for the next game. Savvy Brown is a Caps of Pizza player of the game. Chris Wheel has gone down to make those presentations, and we congratulate both those players. And hard to choose tonight. All kinds of great players out there for the Gardiner Tigers. So we congratulate those 2 players on their awards here tonight, and we thank Caps' Pizza and Northeast Nutrition and Energy and all our great sponsors. So many people saying, oh, what a great game. Oh, what a great game online watching this. Right. Don't forget, we don't sit up here bringing you this game. The old coach and I bringing you this field hockey game and the soccer game this afternoon without the benefit of the great sponsors that we have here locally and our anchor sponsors as well. So get a chance to get in. If you're in Randolph Hardware, go ahead and thank them. You see a Boosters Club member, thank them. Into the credit union where they're taking good care of my $47 I have my savings from teaching. They're doing a good job over there with that. Growing that big, it was $40 7 years ago, so we're really coming along well. And
don't spend it all in one place.
No, I won't. Take that out, go down to Caps of Pizza, and go down there and get a drink down at from Susie Brennan. And remember, if you'd like to make a donation to the Scholarship Fund in Derek Savage's name, stop into Northeast Nutrition and Energy. So for all our sponsors, all our great friends in this area, we love doing this, as you can tell. And Tigers win or lose, we're here for them as we know our community is as well. So we'll see you Friday night. The Gardiner Tigers will look for their first win of the season as they'll take on the Belfast Lions. We'll be there Friday night. But between that, we're up at over at Central Maine Community College for soccer on Wednesday and Thursday nights. And then Friday, we'll be back here for football. So busy time for us here on Munson Media. If you got nothing going on in your life, which may happen, tune into Munson Media. It's likely we got a game on for you as we're rounding into our season. So I want to thank the coach. Makes me sound smart up here. Tells me things to say about field hockey. Coach McNally. I like the abracadabra move, which is the aerial. We're going to call that from now on. So thanks everybody for tuning in. Thank you, Coach McNally. Great night of field hockey here. Until next time, I'm Rob Munsing for Chris Wheeler and Coach McNally. We'll see you next time here on Munsing Media. We're out. That was fun.
You got something about you?
Yeah. Get it. Thanks, Coach. I thought we were going overtime, Chris. I was hoping Noble was going to be able to come in, but overtime would look like this. I couldn't. Remember.